Hey guys, this is JudyAdele and I am here to do a music reaction video, and sadly this is another one to celebrate one of our country music legends passing. Loretta Lynn died on October 4th, 2022, and I grew up with Loretta Lynn. She holds a lot of memories for me, and just she has an amazing voice, great songs. I love them as a kid, so much great energy. I love her accent that comes through her music. She's just so classy. She's just always struck me as such a neat lady. And like I said, I grew up with her. My mom listened to her. We listened to a lot of country music in our house and had the vinyl records. Remember vinyl records? I love vinyl records. Anyway, lots of good memories there. So I wanted to pop on and I found a medley that I wanted to share and watch with you guys. So two songs. One of them is One's on the Way, that you can imagine is about being pregnant, and the song is about her being at home while her husband is away and dealing with all the chaos of little kids running around. And then the other one is The Pill, which is about when she gets birth control pills. And so this is, I don't remember what year this song came out, the early 70s, I think, or mid 70s it must have been. Yeah, when it was a controversial thing, it was a controversial song. I don't remember exactly the controversy. I mean, I was pretty young, I think, to understand it, but I totally remember sitting in our house, like looking at the album that the song The Pill was on, and I remember my sisters talking about it a little bit. I wish I could replay those things in my head and rehear those conversations. I'm curious to know if you are a Loretta Lynn fan, if it's music you're familiar with. She had so many great songs. I was trying to figure out which one to play, and The Coal Miner's Daughter, of course, is a huge one. It's one that most people kind of recognize or know her for, with the movie and all of that. And then some of the other ones that come to mind for me are You Ain't Woman Enough to Take My Man. She has some amazing duets with Conway Twitty. Fist City is one that I remember hearing a bunch as a kid, and many other titles that I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't heard this. I haven't heard this forever. But when I saw this, I wanted to watch this with you guys. So let's dive in. So I did see this performance was in '85, but this was well after the song was out.
Jackie's seen in a discotheque, doing a brand new dance. And the White House social season should be glittering again. But here in Topeka, the rain is a-falling, the faucet is a-dripping, and the kids are bawling. One of them is toddling and one is a-crawling, and one's on the way. Now what was I doing? Jimmy, get away from that. Darn, there goes the phone. Hello, what's that you say? You're bringing up your army buddies home? You're calling from a farm? Get away from there. No, not you, honey. I was talking to the baby. Wait a minute, honey, the doorbell. Honey, could you stop at the market and... Hello? Hello? Well, I'll be. The girls in New York City, they all march for women's lift. Better homes than garden shows, a modern way to live. The pill may change your world tomorrow, but me what today? Here in Reno, the flies are buzzing, the dog is a-barking, and the floor needs a scrubbing. One needs a spanking and one needs a hugging, Lord. One's on the way.
All right, sounds like we're gonna switch something up here. So before we do that, so Loretta Lynn had she got married somewhere around 15, and then I've seen different ages that she had her first kid at 16 and 18 and between, but I feel like 16 was more what I heard or remember from years ago, and then had a bunch of babies. So that song is you know, her experience, right? And just the craziness and the chaos of being a mom, trying to manage all your little ones. It's funny because I wonder how old I was when I did this, but when I was a kid, I thought her name, I couldn't get Loretta right somehow. For some reason, I always heard it as Roletta Lynn. So for a long time in my head, she was Roletta Lynn. Somewhere I figured it out.
sold me the world. All I've seen of this old world is a bed and a doctor bill. I'm tearing down your brooder house, 'cause now I've got the pill.
This is interesting just because I've been having some of these I've had a couple conversations recently sort of about the power of birth control and what it gave for women who could get access to it, because for a long time you couldn't, or for a period of time at least, you couldn't get access to it unless your husband gave you the okay. I'm sorry, I just have it's a fascinating thing how we do things. This line, all I've seen is since I've gotten married, you promised me the world, all I've seen is a bed and a doctor bill. I'm tearing down your brooder house, 'cause now I've got the pill.
I've got the pill. This old maternity dress I've got is going in the garbage. The clothes I'm wearing from now on won't take up so much yardage.
I love that line. I don't know why I love that line. It took me a long time to understand that line.
It's going in.
The maternity dress I've got is going in the garbage.
The clothes I'm wearing from now on won't take up so much yardage.
The clothes I'm wearing from now on won't take up so much yardage. It's just when you think about that, right? The experience of being a woman, of being somebody who really had no control in certain ways over when they got pregnant or didn't get pregnant. And what we knew about sex and sexuality and what we knew about what got us pregnant, right? That wasn't something that was shared often. So it's just interesting to think about that, and how, yeah, the opportunity to have the pill would be just a whole different power or control, or just, what's the word I'm looking for? Self-efficacy isn't quite it, but kind of.
Mini skirts, hot pants, and a few little fancy frills. Yeah, making up for all those years since I've got the pill. Oh, but Daddy, don't you worry none, 'cause Mama's got the pill. Thank you.
That's an interesting line. Daddy, don't you worry, Daddy, don't you worry none, because Mama's got the pill. That could mean a lot of different things. I had to go look up, because I remember it blew my mind to find out that Crystal Gayle and Loretta Lynn or Loretta Lynn, as I thought of her when I was a child, were sisters, and they're like 19 years apart. So I don't know. I found that fascinating. I love Crystal Gayle too. She's an amazing voice, awesome songs. Love her stuff. Never got to see Loretta Lynn in concert. Did see Crystal Gayle. She's still hanging in there. I have no idea if she's still performing or not. Anyway, I'm so happy to be playing a Loretta Lynn song. It's just, there's so much music to do. And I'm sad that it is in her passing. But it's always hard, right? These are the times we're most reminded of people, is when they're gone. Who knows? Maybe we'll do a few more. If you're a Loretta Lynn fan and you want to pass a request or a great video, feel free to do so. She's an amazing live performer, clearly. So thank you all for hanging out with me today. Rest in peace, Loretta Lynn. And I'm sorry for all of our losses, but I hope for those of you who are fans, good memories of her music and listening to her music and participating with her music. So love to hear some stories of people who saw her in concert. Definitely. All right. Take care, all y'all, and we'll see you later. Okay. Enjoy the music.